Alright, so here's our curved shaft trimmer from that lot. This is exactly as this Craftsman simple pull technology. Well, we'll see what we got. This is, if I can find the manufacturer's label. Oh, here we go. Neighbor's dog. We have (2009) Sears Roebuck and Company. So this is a 25cc curve shaft. Couple issues with it that you can notice by looking at it. We have, here's these two wires. This is for your on and off switch. It's definitely broke. It's missing something. It might just disconnect right there, and then these two probably just slide into the clip. It latches together, so hopefully it's an easy fix. Curve shaft missing the guard that goes on the end. Keep your ankles from getting peppered. So I might have one of those, I don't know. I got rid of a bunch of stuff, but the main thing is if it runs. So let's see. This thing is dirty. So we got air filter covers on it. That's a plus. Maybe we actually have a filter on it. That's actually a plus. Alright, so let's see if our linkage or throttle linkage works. It's working. We got fuel lines actually going into the tank. Let's see what we got in the tank. Bone dry. That looks like the lines are actually hooked up. That's a plus. So I guess the thing to do is, this might be an easy fix. So we will take, got a little bit of fuel. Might be enough to prime it. We shall see. Okay. So we'll do that. See if she's getting any spark. Hopefully. We're about to find out anyway. Let me get it over here where it's easier to manage. This stuff wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't for it sitting outside so long. Alright, see if she'll bark off. Yeah, it's fired. Alright. Yeah, barking, aren't they, buddy? Okay, so this might be actually an easy fix here, this thing. We'll see. We'll take a look at the wires. I've got it set up here. We'll take a look at the wires so we can fix that real quick. Okay, so we'll start with the wiring here. So this looks like to me, like it just, these two pieces probably just pulled out. Yeah. So they should just slide right back in. Hopefully. So all they're doing is just making a connection like so, from just wire to wire. So it should be a simple fix, I hope. Now that one is kind of tore up, so pretty brittle. Looks like something's been chewing on it there. But let's see. They should just pop in. like so. Clip back together. That's a lot of, man, we had a bad storm yesterday. So that should take care of those. Easiest way to do it now is put fuel in it, see if it works. Yeah, I mean, because the lines, they're mediocre. Man, lots of spiders. They're not broke, they're not the best. So what we're going to do, let's get some fuel in this dude. See if it actually runs. Can we actually get that lucky? If actually getting one that has no real problems. I doubt it. You know how it goes. It's about a 2-cycle. Oh yeah. Close to half a tank. That might be good enough. A little bit more, I guess. Cool. Alright, we'll try that. See if our purge ball blows apart. Okay. Get up here where you can see. We got fuel in it. So what I'm worried about is right there where the purge is at. Is if it's going to hold up. Blowing air. Yep, we lost the line. You can see here, it's picking it up. You can see where it's damp. You can see it's where it's losing fuel there. So, I guess we are going to need lines. That's our return line. That's why it's pushing out like that. So, I don't have a line out here, so I'll have to go down to the good old dungeon, get some lines. Man, this thing was packed full of spiders at one point. So we're definitely going to need lines. No real big issue. It might have primed. I'll go ahead and try to start it. Let's see if it... Probably not, but... Tried to do a little something. Let's give it a shot. She tried. It's definitely not happy, is it? At least we know it runs, kind of. Alright. Nice. Could just be the lines. So we'll start with that. We'll get some lines put on it. And instead of sitting here beating around the bush. So we'll get some lines on there and go from there, man. I mean, pretty basic setup here. This one, you probably don't even have to be a little bit of a tight fit. This one, you probably, some of them, it's easier to take the tank off. Some of them, you don't have to. This one may not be so bad. It's, yeah, you can see the cracks in it there where it's all old and dry. But, yep. So, let's do it to it. Alright, so I did take the time to pull some of the plastic off. Just to clean it up a little bit like the tank. You want to clean it like up around your holes, and just got some of the dirt and dust off of it. Nothing spectacular. Didn't go out of my way. But and it's our old fuel filter. I think seen better days. I mean, you know, compared to a new one. And went ahead and took the carb apart, and not like a part apart, just enough to get up to where you can check your screen, make sure it's not clogged. And since I had it apart, I went ahead and dug out a new purge ball, primer ball. Everybody's different in what they call it, but went ahead and dug one of them out. So we got a new one for that. So we're going to get our, as usual, cut it in an angle. This one's a little different because your main fuel line is on the outside of the tank on this one. I had some all-purpose lubricant, mechanics lubricant to put on it. So deal is get it to get down in there enough to where you can grab a hold of it. So we're about there, I think, I hope. So I had this forceps. I don't think I brought those other ones down here. They're curved, makes it a little easier to do this. These ones, I don't know if I can get in there and get a hold of it. No. So you just give it the old push and twist. There we go. It's starting to ease up some. There we go. I should be able to get a hold of it now. Yeah, there we go. So the line will cooperate with me. There we go. Now it's going. It's not a bad job to do at all. Do it yourself. Save some dollars. There we go. So now we got this up where we need it. So we'll cut it flush. It's kind of a small line for a fuel filter this big, so it might be a bit of a bear to get it on there. But it'll go. You just have to be patient and fight with it. You can see how it's not wanting to go up over the nipple piece. And another way you can do this, I might do it just to show you guys. Yeah, it's just being a bear. So I've had them actually split the line before. You can take one of these nipples, adapters, nipples, whatever you want to call them, put that on there. Then get you a piece of line that is just a touch bigger, like this one here. So it'll go up on the fuel filter, pretty decent. It's nice and tight. You gotta worry about it coming off, and it should fit the. See if it fits this. Yep, it does fit the nipple. Oh, these freaking sinuses. So let's cut off some of that off. Put this on it. And voila! I know some people don't mind doing it, some people do, but to each their own when it comes to this situation. Then we'll drop it down in there. Try to determine where we're at in the tank. Sometimes you can hold it up to a light and see it, the shadow of it kind of moving around. Looks like we are about right here on the tank, so that's good enough for me. And so that leaves, just the problem I might run into is where it is going to leave our primer in this situation. We'll go ahead and throw the tank back on real quick. And what was this one? This one was, oh, it's a star bit. So the tank itself takes a star bit. This one, let's see if this one fits. Yeah, this is a T20. So So we'll run it in, hold our tank in place. What I'm wanting to do is just kind of get it up there. See if we can determine roughly how long the piece of line is that I need, because for this size line I am getting on a rather low on. So I'm hoping I have enough to do the job, because this tank, it has two different size holes in the tank. One for, smaller line is the main fuel, and the bigger one in this one's case is the return. We're good. There we go. Okay. So now, stay. So you can kind of see what I'm talking about here. Because I am like really, because this is the one. This is all I have for. This is like, I don't know, maybe 6 inches long. But thankfully it's just a return line. So since it's just a return line, if I can get it, oh yeah, it'll be long enough. Because I only needed about a 3/4 of an inch or so inside the tank. Because all it's doing is returning pressure, the excess fuel, back to the tank. So now what we're going to do is throw this carb back together real quick like. That's the plan anyway. So there's the middle. There's a new purge. Apparently I got it on the wrong way. There we go. And you got your 2 long screws. Get them in there. This one's in case it's a Phillips or a flathead. I'll go ahead and use the Phillips. A little bit more bite. Just make sure it's good and snug there so you don't want to get no leaks. Just hoping the one thing I did not check, I probably should have since I had it off, but kind of been a touch of a hurry here, so is your diaphragm. If we have any issues at all, it's probably going to be in the diaphragm on this thing. It's going to be my guess. So now we'll get it up here. Get that out of the way. Get our throttle cable hooked up. This one have the. If this one has a notch or not. I don't think so. Helps when you got it facing the right way, right? Okay. So now, there's the nipple pieces. So it should be, yeah, sitting just like this. Get our throttle hooked up. There we go. So I can get a couple of screws in place here real quick. I didn't fully assemble the carburetor in place, just enough to, oh, maybe quit fighting me. There we go. Just enough to hold it in place so I can do this real quick here. Okay. Stay. Really need to make a stand. Okay. So that's that. So there's our main fuel. And now we want to get our purge. Purge should be the top, so when you push it down, it shoots out. And, oh yeah, we should have just enough. Okay, so, same deal. This one might be a little tougher. We'll just thin it out a little bit. Get some of that mechanics oil. Maybe about out. There we go. A little bit of that on there. You should really use 2-cycle. This is a pretty thick line, so it might be a little bit on the harder side. I'd hope if I could see what I was doing, but there we go. Okay. See, I'm in the same problem I was with the main fuel line, where it sets in. I cannot see it to access it, to draw it in. So I may have to, I'm going to have to take it a little farther down the line as far as thinning it out. So hopefully I still end up with enough line for this. If not, I'll have to run to the store. I'm trying to avoid that. So hopefully now it's enough for me to access it from the inside of the tank. And that is some thick line. Oh, come on, big fella. Yeah, I'll have to find my other pair. Okay, let's try a little bit of a squeeze. It's catching on the edge of the line where I cut it. No luck. Alright, maybe a little more. See if that smoothed it out enough. Oh man. It's really not this bad. I make it look bad because I'm trying to hurry up. Take your time, and it won't be that bad. Yeah, it's just to where I can't reach it. So what I have to do is, I thought I had them down here. Is that them? Oh, it is them. See, I thought I had them down here. You can see how these ones are curved. So it makes it a little easier. I have another pair that's curved even more. So, but this might be just enough. Nope, that's the main fuel line. Come on, buddy. Grabbing hold of the wrong line here. Now, let's go a little longer and pushing my luck here. Keep grabbing hold of the wrong line in there, grabbing hold of the main fuel line. Don't want to be doing that. Now we might have it. Stuff is super stiff though. Probably could have went with one a little thinner, but just use what you got, right? There we go. Now hopefully it'll pop in the tank. Oh, buddy. There we go. It's starting to go. I don't think I've ever had a purge line fight me this much. Just a hair more. There we go. We're good. Now, let's see how close is the part I was worried about. How close that was. That was almost dead on the money. Ooh, we're going to have to drain that. You guys see that stuff that just came up out of that carb? Look at that. That'll definitely be getting drained out. I don't want none of that in there. So we're good there. Here's our main. Cut that and see how we look there. Perfect. So here's our new lines, our new filter. I am going to drain that out of that purge. You talk about something running like garbage. That will do it. Okay, so I'll get all the plastics back on. So that's our basics. Sorry it took so long. But I'll get that out of that purge ball. That looks like engine oil. So I'll get that out, get the plastics back on, and that's the basic long version of how I do my lines, and then we'll see if it'll fire up. Alright, here we go. So just in case you're wondering, if I can get it up here, this is the garbage that came out of I put fuel in it, and you can kind of see what's swishing around in there. That's what came out of the tank when I flushed it. That'll get recycled. But so here we go. New primer, new lines, new filter. Let's hope for the best. Make sure the primer's working. It should be. It's starting to clear. Still had just a touch. There we go. Now we're getting the good stuff. All right. I need to get it where you guys can see what I'm doing instead of me blocking the camera like a dummy. All right, let's try that. We'll start. Well, looks like we're going to have to fine-tune our two little lines down there, though, because it's not wanting to. It's not working. That one's a little chewed on, so that could be the problem. It's not getting good connection here. So, the only way for me to shut it off is to choke it out, hopefully. Yep. So, here's that air filter. Losing my mind. I don't know what I've done with the filter. The filter was still good. So, let me close that so nothing gets in it. So the air filter is still good, so I ain't getting rid of that. But so what's going on here is the switch is bad, which they're cheap. You can get them. I think I got one or two laying around, or it's where if I can get it up here where you can see it. That wire, I think it's the wire. Zoom you in. It looks like something at some point while this thing was sitting around, something was chewing on it. Let's see if I can get it in there for you. Right here, this one here. Right below my finger. The only thing it looks like it's holding it together is the coating of plastic around the copper wire, so pretty good possibility that's our problem. Easy fix for the most part. You can there's still enough here left. You could probably pull the coating off a little bit on each end, connect them together, and put electrical tape, or they have that I've never used it, that liquid tape you can put on them, and that should take care of the problem. So that should be an easy fix. Anybody can do it at home, and this thing actually runs really well. But you can see how well to clean up, this is just hot water and Dawn dishwashing liquid. Now you can see the difference in that plastic from the beginning, from the beginning of the video till now. I got it a little dirty from my fingers, but you can get what I'm saying, because you can look here at the handle. The bottom half I didn't do anything with, so you can see this is what we was dealing with when we started. You can see how dirty it is from sitting around compared to a little bit of elbow grease. Makes a big difference. So there you have it. It's actually a runner. I'm kind of surprised, but so there you have it. 2 new fuel lines, fuel filter. Went ahead and changed the purge ball, primer ball, whatever you guys want to call it. Air filter, I've already lost it. It's sitting here somewhere. It's still good, so I'll find it and get it put back in and clean it up. And the guard, I don't have one right now, but I'll find one, get it put on, and this thing will be ready to rock and roll. So like I was saying, that wire is an easy fix. Anybody can do that at home. Just peel the coating back, hook them together, throw some electrical tape on it. You're good to go. But that's it. Thanks for watching. I'm trying to get out a couple videos. I had the one earlier today of that edger. That didn't go as planned. But this one, and I'll try to get maybe 1 or 2 more. My son's coming up to visit from Alabama, so he'll be up here for a week, so it might be a week before I can get another video out. So looking forward to spending time with him. And so there you go. Simple Pull Craftsman 25cc trimmer. So I was saying, we're almost there. I got I think the only thing left out of that lot is 2 push mowers maybe, and then we're good. I'll have to do some double checking, but there you go. A little bit of elbow grease, man. You can clean your stuff right up. Throw some fuel lines in it, filter, all that good hoopla, and you're ready to rock and roll, man. Save yourself some money. If you think I'm lying, call your local shop and see what they're going to charge you to put in new lines, new fuel filter, change your purge, put an air filter in it, and see what they have to say compared to where you can do it yourself for less than $20. I mean, even if you had to put a new carburetor on it, you can get online, and there's all kinds of aftermarket places that carry them. My choice is HIPAA, and you can get a whole fuel system kit for less than 20 bucks. Take you spend a half an hour installing it yourself. But to each their own. I know some people prefer not to mess with them. Some people would just rather throw it in the shop, drop it off, pick it up later when it's ready. You know, guarantee it's going to cost you close to 100 bucks at least. But thanks for watching. Kind of got us a winner here. Just needs a fine-tuned a little bit there with the wires. But thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you at the next one. I'll try to get out maybe 1 or 2 more today if possible. And I'll catch you at the next one.